Stay away from this bag. But you can be in the same room with me. Yes. Well, why don't we get started? You two. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna come in and try to figure out here. I don't know. I know what you're thinking at some point. Your materials, everything. It's fine.
What did I do? Okay, I put it, okay, I know, I put it in my purse. Yeah, I put it in my purse.
Okay. Hey everyone, look, it's beautiful. Downtown Chicago. And that's me too. Hey, here I am, Mareva, one of your co-hosts here at the Bodyworkers Mastercourse. Today featuring how to eliminate pain and dysfunction in the volar wrist.
Hi!
Yeah.
Volar finger pain.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about what that means.
So today we're going to find out what causes pain right here in the fingers, right there. So today we're going to look at volar finger pain. So that's protocol 59 right here. You can see we've got the whole body cordoned off into 60 areas. And here's the 59. We're getting closer to the end, aren't we? So anyway, this is what causes pain. So the most likely one is the first one, right? The flexor digitorum superficialis. Then the next most likely is the flexor digitorum profundus. Then the next one is the Interossei of the hand. Then the Latissimus dorsi, the one that attaches onto your hips.
Latissimus dorsi?
That attaches to your hips, causes you to have finger pain. Isn't that radius? Anterior serratus, causing finger pain. So that's on the side of your chest. The abductor digiti minimi, well, you'd expect that. And the subclavius, again, subclavius, we had that last time. That little muscle that causes what almost seems like carpal tunnel syndrome. Is so painful. So that's what the muscles we're going to work on today.
And less likely suspects.
That's right.
As usual. I want to remind everyone to get a hold of their Protocol 59, which you can download at www.myopain.com. And we were reminding you about that before class today, but your final reminder. And also, if you want to get your CEUs for the class today, just remember to watch the whole webinar, and then at the end we'll give you some more details on how to actually make sure you get the credits for that. And there's still a little bit of time to tell your friends. If you hit the little ellipsis at the bottom, you can share it, and you can send it to friends on Facebook and Periscope and Twitter and all of the different ways that we share things these days. And then if you have these things, either of your trigger point pain pattern posters from Trevelyan Simons or the Trevelyan Simons books, or hidden shiftlet range of motion posters, if you have the Sauer and Simons trigger point preferred pain chart, all of those things will be very helpful. But again, the main text we're working with today is Protocol 59. So
yes, great.
Let's get started, huh?
Okay, we will. We get started. Now, I'd like to show you the nerve roots that you can have trouble with. So today we're going to be looking at nerve roots 5 through T1. So 5, 6, 7, 8, T1. So that's these here. So we're going to look to see if we can get the skin to roll over those parts of the spine. So that's going to, and if we can, then we know they're in good shape. If they're not, then we know we should treat them, the multifidus rotatories and the other paraspinals, and see if we can't get them to actually roll. So that's one of the things we're going to do. Then we're going to be treating these muscles here. So I got pictures of them here, so it's nice. Pictures of where the trigger points are.
Protocol 59.
Yeah. So here's our where our most likely ones are right here: the flexor digitorum and superficialis and profundus. Then the Interossei are down here. We're going to be looking at those. Also, is an extra added benefit, we're going to also treat the carpal tunnel today. So that's going to be good too. So we're going to all do that together.
What a tunnel.
We're going to treat that. We're also going to be looking at the serratus anterior and the Latissimus dorsi over here on the side of the chest, and the little muscles on the side of the fingers and between the fingers, and also right there at the underneath the collarbone. So look at that. That's what causes. So in addition to muscles that are in the hand, in addition to those that are in the hand, you see that we have so many muscles that are way up here that cause hand pain and finger pain. So there's no wonder.
A lot of muscles all over the upper body.
Yeah. So no wonder we have finger pain.
Yeah, because there's so many ways that we can get it.
There are so many. And there's
numbness too.
There's so many numbnesses that can be caused.
So many numbnesses.
But just the ones we're working, these nerve entrapments we're working on today is the Interossei of the hand.
These ones we've highlighted here.
They cause numbness just along the finger. So you put just along either the inside or the outside of each finger. And if you have it all, you have numbness on the inside and outside of all the fingers. Okay. So your paresthesia on the side of the affected finger, numbness on one side of the finger is you might have just one of the muscles giving you trouble. So you have it just on that side. Then another muscle that we're going to be working on today, the flexor digitorum profundus. It compresses the ulnar nerve, and then it gives us paresthesia at 4 and 5. So that gives us right here, gives us numbness in 4 and 5 right here. And then the next one is the flexor digitorum superficialis, but it causes numbness. It compresses the ulnar and the median nerve, so that would cause paresthesia in the ulnar nerve area here, and also over here in the median nerve area. So we'll look at that. I'll show us that too.
Yeah, we have some nice.
And then we'll look at and then we're going to treat the flexor retinaculum. So that's all the interesting nerve entrapments that we're going to look at today. And I just have to show you these great pictures of the nerve entrapments. They're so great. So here is carpal tunnel syndrome. That's carpal tunnel, and then here is ulnar.
When you say that, what do you mean?
Oh, so this would be compression of the median nerve at the carpal tunnel would cause this pattern here.
I see.
And then compression of the ulnar nerve would cause this pattern on both sides of the fingers here. So the 4th and 5th finger. Okay, so that's interesting. So we're going to look at a few more pictures here. Okay, here. So here is the pronator teres, which we treated last week, remember? And then we also going to treat this flexor superficialis, which entraps the median nerve. Okay, so you can see it right there, see? So that, and see how it's coming, here's the nerve, and then that would cause numbness in this pattern that you see right here. Also compression of the, see right here, how the nerve comes through and underneath the flexor retinaculum. So some compression here. So we'll make that soft and flexible. We're going to go right here between the thumb and the baby finger, right in here, and we're going to go and make this nice and soft and flexible so that it won't compress the median nerve. Isn't that great? Also, we're going to be taking a look at the flexor digitorum profundus right here, and the flexor digitorum ulnaris, and they can compress this ulnar nerve, which causes the numbness on the fourth and fifth finger, both sides. So that's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
That we can, you know, as a musician or somebody who's working on computers, one thing that we do is we pronate like this, and we have the arm bent. So many of these muscles help to bend the arm and also pronate, and so they're going to be in dysfunction just from doing typing.
Yeah.
Also, if you're doing an activity that does something like this, these flexors could.
What would that activity be?
Oh. Meat cutting. Or how about oh, you know what was really exciting?
Eviscerating chickens.
You know, but you know who you see more of than people who do meat cutting, I think, is musicians who do the claw picking. You know, like where they come like this, and where they pick like this, which uses the flexors a lot. Finger picking of different kinds, could cause it, especially. So.
Oh, but even if you're holding on to a pick, like the grip of a pick, you're kind of in that position, you know.
Yeah. So musicians.
A lot of different ways.
Yep. Musicians. All they have to do is use these muscles too much, and they could have numbness in both the median side and the ulnar side, all through here. So you could have just from these muscles being too tight. So it's just amazing. I'd like to really show you the muscles before we get started.
And you're singing my life with your words. Yeah.
It's so important, isn't it?
I was treating my my flexor digitorum a little bit today for that very reason.
Okay, so here's our most likely one here. Okay, this is our most likely one. This is the flexor digitorum superficialis. So you can see it's a really big muscle. Look at here. It's on the palm side of the arm. So but look at where it goes all the way over here, attaches onto the medial epicondyle, then comes all the way down this way, and then attaches onto the ulnar, the radius, and then down and down. I guess it goes all the way down here to the tips of the fingers here. So it's attaching onto the palmar surface of fingers 2 through 5. So this
is the flexor digitorum superficialis.
That's right. But see, but what's really important is how it really compresses the nerve. So that's what's really incredible, right there. So it starts to compress the nerve right through here. So that's real important. So we're going to really have to make sure to treat that. Now, what's its job? It flexes the fingers, all your fingers 2 through 5, not the thumb, at the metacarpophalangeal joint right here, but also at the interphalangeal joint. So it makes everything, so it bends here, here, and here. So it does all that bending. And it flexes the hand at the wrist, and it flexes the arm at the elbow.
Really?
So what if you found yourself waking up at night with your hand like this? Then you probably are creating some major dysfunction. And it could cause you to have some significant compression of your nerves right here. So just from just sleeping just like this. Now sometimes if you use these muscles and they get all sore, sometimes at night they like to shorten up on you. Now if you do find that that's true, then that's the only time I would have you use a splint that would make your hand go straight. You know, so in other words, your hand, you don't want it to be just on its own, just doing this at night while you're sleeping. Okay. So this is our first one, the most likely one to cause finger pain. Isn't that incredible? Okay, we're going to be treating that.
A lot of functions.
So we're going to be treating that. We're going to roll to the side and roll right over the edge of this. I'm going to treat it that way. We're going to go straight down the center, and we're going to roll this way and pressing onto it, and then we're going to go down and treat it as it's attaching onto all the fingers. Okay?
We're going to do a lot of self-care today in terms of the protocol.
Yes. Cool. Then let's look at the profundus.
So we had a question. Someone asked how long the classes are. The classes run always 6 to 8. They're 2 hours long. Yeah, go ahead. What's the next most likely?
Oh, the next most likely is the Flexor digitorum profundus. So you see here, so it attaches. It's similar, but not quite as high. It doesn't bend the elbow. So it attaches right here onto the ulnar, here, not the radius, and then down again, and it attaches very similar. It attaches onto the anterior surface of the fingers 2 through 5 again, and its action is that it also bends at the metacarpal phalangeal joint and the proximal distal interphalangeal joint. So it's also doing this bending all the joints. So it's a really good.
So it also helps with that particular.
That's right. Nice. And then it can entrap the ulnar nerve. Okay, so you can entrap the ulnar nerve.
Entrapper.
It goes to C8 and T1. So C8 and T1 are if that's tight right here, so right here, so you can find C7, 8, T1, and if your head's forward, you make that really tight there, and then that could cause your hand to be dysfunctional. Yeah. So that's important to keep in mind. That's why I put here in all the stuff, on here, I put all the nerve roots that you could look for.
Right.
So on here, I put in the nerve roots and the tests that you should pass.
Yeah,
so you can download this right off the
pain key chart you can get on myopain.com.
Yep, you can do that. So here, you see where it's attaching, and then you can see what it does here. The next most likely one is the palmar interossei. So here's so this is the muscles in between the fingers. Okay, and they're the entrapment. They're little digital nerves that can entrap. And it
really?
So the top attachment.
Even those little guys are entrapping.
Yeah, they do. It's incredible. It's outstandingly crazy. Okay, so these little muscles here can entrap the nerves, and when you feel, remember I told you, but when you feel it, it's because it goes down the inside of the fingers like that.
That's its signature.
That's its yeah. Now it adducts. It makes the fingers come together. Just the 2, 4, and 5, and it flexes the fingers and extends the fingers. So it extends them, it flexes them, and it brings them together. So all of it.
That does not apply to the middle finger. Interesting.
Yeah, the middle finger. Yeah, everything's going towards
its own man.
It's always everything's going towards the middle. Yeah, that's how that one goes. Now here's the dorsal interossei. So there's the palmar and the dorsal.
So these
here's some more. We'll be doing both the palmar and the dorsal.
Lifting.
Yes, we'll do them all. And they attaching here. You see on the metacarpal bones here. So here's attaching right here. So and then it's also attaching right here onto the proximal phalanx of fingers 2, 3, and 4. So it attaches right here onto the fingers right there. Okay, so wherever any of these attach, you can get little nodes, things growing. You can have things growing there, bone spurs growing, or little nodes. So this is so important that all these muscles that attach onto the fingers could cause the bone to grow. So it could be very, very important. Okay, so that's also C8 through T1. Okay, so then another muscle, the next most likely one to cause the pain, so that's the fourth most likely. Latissimus dorsi. And you see where this muscle is? It goes so here, everybody, so it attaches all over our sacrum here, and all the way up here to T7, right?
Yeah.
And then over this way to the bicipital groove. Hi! To the bicipital groove.
It sounded like you were saying hello to your armpit there.
Hi! Okay, so it has a lot of attachments there. But it attaches all the way down here. But look at what it gets its nerve from C6, 7, and 8. So it gets its nerve from way up here. Okay, so if our neck is tight right here, we could have trouble with our latissimus dorsi. And isn't it amazing that latissimus dorsi will cause us to have hand pain? Let's look at it.
Amazing.
We're going to look at that. Okay, here we're going to look at, okay, so here's the little pain pattern of the little interossei. There you go. It goes up and down the fingers like that.
Yeah.
Okay, the first interossei causes a little bit more trouble. It goes across like this. Yeah. So we're let's see.
So backtracking to our interossei.
Yeah, I'm looking. Well, I just happened to see there. Couldn't. Yeah. Here's our latissimus dorsi. So you can see how it's coming down and causes hand pain into our fingers. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's just outstandingly crazy. And then here's the pain pattern for. I just meant to show us the pain patterns at the same time, but I didn't. Okay, here they are. So here's our our flexor carpi only. Let's look at. We can find it. We can find the pain pattern for it.
Which one are we looking for?
Let's look. Here it is. The superficialis right here.
Our Flexor digitorum superficialis.
You can see it causes really bad finger pain, right?
Culprit number 1.
Yep. Causes significant finger pain, right?
Yeah.
And then I don't see a nice picture here of the ulnaris pain pattern. Let's see. Flexor carpi ulnaris. And this is the
right?
Profundus, yeah. So we looked at the superficialis. Well, the profundus also gives us pain in the fingers.
Yeah,
as
okay,
well.
so that would be for both.
Yep. So it'd be nice to see the nice picture of the muscle. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway,
okay, so we went all the way through number 4 to
now we're going to
dorsi.
do anterior serratus.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's our anterior serratus, and it attaches, you can see, onto the scapula on the inside. So it's like way inside, like this. Way on the on the medial border. Okay. On the medial border.
Yeah.
So that's right on the medial border, and then onto all these ribs. Look at all these ribs it attaches to. 9 ribs there, 1 through 9. And then also the things that it does, it protracts the scapula, it downwardly rotates the scapula, it elevates the scapula, and depresses the scapula. It does everything to the scapula. It holds the scapula down. Oh, yeah. Now, if we have compression of one nerve, the long thoracic nerve, then we get wing scapula, because that's the nerve that goes to the anterior serratus, and then the scapula goes crazy and just wings out instead of doing its job. So that's hopefully we won't see that. Oh, let's look at the. Oh, thanks for asking. Thanks for asking. Let's look at that. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, there it is. Okay, good.
Which nerve was that? The serratus anterior?
The long thoracic nerve.
Long thoracic
Guess where it gets compressed, you guys?
Where?
It gets compressed between the middle and posterior scalene, right here. Okay.
Interesting.
And the only muscle, the main muscle it goes to, is the anterior serratus.
Huh.
So it can get compressed right there by the scalenes, and then you can have major trouble all the way down into the hands here, into these fingers, the palm fingers. So
long thoracic nerve.
Let's look at its pain pattern.
Serratus anterior can compress.
Oh, I see.
Isn't it?
I see. Yeah. Okay.
Did we find it?
Yeah. Let's just look it up in the front. This is how we have to do it here. So we're going to look it up in the front. Anterior serratus.
Serratus anterior.
Serratus anterior.
888.
888. We're going to look that up.
What's that one?
She put it on the. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Welcome to the Trigger Point Bible.
Yeah. Okay. 888. Here it is. Oh, thank you. Okay, so look at how it goes all over the palm of the hand, the wrist, and all over into the fingers there. Isn't that incredible?
Mm-hmm.
That's really, and then the last one is our
last one's this, well, we have 2 more. We have the Abductor digiti minimi.
Oh, here it is. Here's the Abductor digiti minimi. And here is its pain pattern. Right here. So here you can see the Abductor digiti minimi. And its pain pattern right here. What's the abductor? See how it attaches here to the carpal bones, and then onto the proximal phalange
so
right there.
Pretty localized pain pattern there. Pinky.
Yep. The pinky,
on the outside,
outside of the pinky. Yeah.
Let's
So here's that little one there. Its action is it abducts the little pinky and extends it. So it takes the little pinky backward, so extends it, and it abducts it. And so it attaches onto the little pisiform bone, and it also attaches onto the tendon of the flexor carpi ulnaris. So that's where it attaches right here.
Does that do any entrapments?
No entrapments to speak of.
Could it cause any numbing of any kind? No?
Well, it could be, but it's not known for it.
It's not
known
the cause
for
of
it.
numbing if you have numbness.
Not known for it. Subclavius again. So we looked at that last week. Let's look at it again. So here it is. So here we have it attaching onto the sternum, but usually it attaches right here onto the first rib, right there, and it elevates the rib. or it depresses the collarbone. So it does one or the other.
It's just a little artist interpretation, a little different in these two versions.
Yeah, two versions here. Yes. Okay, so that's all of our muscles we're going to be working on today. That's going to be great.
Well, we also have the. I think that was it. Yeah, actually, you're right. Yeah, 7. So that's to review.
So we're going to do.
We're working with
So we're going to do some nice range of motion tests. Let's go over and take a look at the tests.
Let's do it.
Okay. So we're going to take a look over here, you guys. Okay, so we're going to do the overhead. We're going to do the hand to the shoulder blade test today. So hand to the shoulder blade, and we're going to test that for the Latissimus dorsi. So it's the infraspinatus is more likely, but it also tests the Latissimus dorsi here and here. So we're trying to get it to go all the way up to the spine of the scapula like that, you know. And then when you measure 1 inch minus.
How
2
far
inches,
is it
3
from the
inches.
spine of the scapula?
So that's it. So the next one we're going to do is the hand overhead reach. And for that, we're also doing, that's also the Latissimus dorsi. And you'll see the one Latissimus dorsi that's shorter, that hand won't go up as high. Okay, so that shows that Latissimus dorsi again. Okay, so we're going to do supination today, and that's going to help us to look for. Okay, we can see here. So we're going to supinate the hand here, and we're going to do a little resistance and do some supination and pronation, and we're looking for that for the finger flexors. So that would be those muscles that we just were talking about, the profundus and the superficialis.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we're going to do the finger press for the Interossei, you know, and we're going to do a little finger press for that. As for some of the extensors, we're going to be, we're not doing it that way. For the pinky and thumb. So we're going to put the pinky and thumb together, and then we're going to pull them apart and pull them apart in different positions. And so we're going to take a look and see
so
what
you can
happens
do
with
these
that.
on someone else, or you can do them on yourself. It is helpful to have a way of measuring them, knowing pass-fail, but then knowing if you're making progress as we go forward and do some self-treatment, right?
Yes.
It's handy to not tell people how to pass it beforehand, it seems
it's
like.
best if you don't.
Because
and then you can order these.
Try to pass it.
You order these
cheating.
posters, and then you can have them framed like that. And then I put the
they're
numbers.
great posters.
I put the numbers on it. So I started with the.
You added the numbers.
I added the numbers, and I put it up on, and so it all makes it easier to work with.
Yeah.
So we want to pass all these.
Essentials.
Yes.
Yeah. So those are the tests we're working on.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and also I think we have this. See here, Travell and Simons ones you can get too. So you can probably order those just as easily as well.
Nice.
Those are nice as well.
You can get them on Amazon, I believe. But
I think people told me you could
I
get
believe
them.
these you can get at Round Earth Publishing.
Yeah, and on Amazon. They said that
Amazon?
you get them on Amazon nowadays. So you can show the.
So these two charts are the range of motion testing chart by Richard Finn and C.M. Shiflett, and then these charts that she just showed you as well. These are the trigger point pain patterns from Travell and Simons, and these are both upper and lower body versions. So shall we?
Yes,
Shall we start
shall.
testing?
We will. We do. We are. We're going to.
Yes.
We'll do it.
Shall we introduce our
We
lovely
will.
assistants today?
Let's introduce our lovely assistants.
Expert.
Okay. Here's our experts here, Camille, and also we have Stephanie.
Hey.
Okay, so we're going to be measuring a few things, and we'll see what we find. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at Camille today.
Okay.
And let's see how she's gonna. So we're gonna see the hand to the shoulder blade test. So we're gonna find the spine of your scapula. So that's this bony part that sticks out. Then we're gonna see how far her hands comes up, and we're gonna see, and we're gonna go minus to the middle finger. So we're gonna minus 11 inches on the right. So minus 11. Remember, minus 11 on the right. Okay. And we're gonna go here. Oh, this one's much better. And then here we're gonna minus, and this one here is minus 5 inches.
Quite a bit better.
On the left. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So Camille.
11 right, 5 left.
Do you have much trouble in your hand, Camille?
Well, this is the one that hit the dashboard in the accident in June, so I have problems with this finger, the wrist, both sides, deltoid.
So
So
some
today,
hand
Carpal
stuff.
tunnel area, biceps, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And let's come over over this
It's
way.
Stephanie.
We're going to take a look at Stephanie. So, Stephanie, so we're going to find the spine of the scapula. And here we find, and the whole thing is we want to keep passing these tests. So you want to keep treating till you can pass the tests.
Yeah.
So that's one of the
That's
major
our goal.
things.
That's kind of what we're doing here today.
That's
yeah.
what we're doing. That's what we're doing here.
We're getting after all of these culprits
Okay,
and
yes.
trying to
Okay,
get
so
them to pass these
let's have
tests.
you go ahead. So this is a better than a
Pass.
passing here. So pass
Oh.
plus an inch here. Okay, so
Wow.
let's pass plus. Let's try on the other side.
Yes, plus.
Okay, and on this side, it's minus maybe 1 inch. Okay, Stephanie.
And
So-
Stephanie, do you have
so-
much trouble in your hand, or
I had carpal tunnel before.
Really?
And I worked on it, but it comes and goes.
in your
Since
left hand?
left and right.
Oh, okay. All right.
But we've been fixing. You've had tightness and stuff since then.
Yes.
And then we fixed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So plus about.
So we
Minus.
know Camille and Stephanie
Minus.
quite well, but usually, yeah, we would be going over these things beforehand.
Very true.
Yeah.
So we just.
Kirk is tuned in. He says, "I'm failing a little less."
Oh, yay, Kurt!
Good. That's good. That's good. Okay, so we're gonna do the overhead reach. So let's all of us go ahead. You're gonna go like this. You're gonna go like this.
Oh, this one.
Mhm. So but hold your hands up there. Stay up there. Say. Okay. Oh, you corrected it. Okay, you're all both even. So that's good. Now you're looking for with the test. You're looking. Do they bring their hands close to their ears for the as well for the triceps? And here the triceps on this side is a little tighter.
Mine
You
touch
both
my
both
ears.
both
Yeah.
both of them are touching her ears, so it's
Yeah,
a pass
that
for
was
you
a
both.
good one.
Pass. So both of you, both. Okay, they both pass. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is we're going to supinate, and so we're going to look at the finger flexors and their contribution to the supinating. So let's go ahead. I'm going to hold on. Go ahead and supinate. And I just want to see. Go ahead. I'm going to resist you coming up a little bit. Good. That's really good. They did really good. Now, okay, let's pronate. Go ahead and pronate. Push the other way. Excellent. Oh boy, you did that really well. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to resist you doing the supination. Okay, supinate. Is it painful at all? Okay, not painful. Keep supinating.
Starting
Oh, that was a
stiff
little
right
bit. That was giving you a little trouble right here.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah. So we have a little trouble on the supination on this one, and that's some of our muscles that we were using, the profundus and superficialis. They can be giving you trouble right there. So, okay, good. So let's
On your
our-
dominant hand, yeah?
So that was
Right.
definitely the right. Trouble with supination. Okay,
Did you check pronation on that hand?
let's check the pronation.
Yes.
I thought I did it, but
I don't
maybe I
We
didn't.
didn't do it
Okay,
yet.
let's do
We
it.
got
Yeah, let me
distracted
feel
by
it.
noting the issue there.
Oh
yeah.
yes, we did. Then we did.
Oh, okay, that was good.
Pretty good. But then you're pushing your hand out
Oh,
that way. Yeah. Okay. And the right pronation. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at you. Okay, so go ahead and supinate. Put your hand up. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. So let's just look at their supination. So it's a little bit, so one way of testing it is we can put something in your hand. So just hold it like that. And we just see, we want to see if this goes straight. And it's going pretty straight. Okay. Oh, but there you push your elbow out. Okay.
Okay.
So that's pronation, supination, pronation, and you see it goes pretty flat, so that's pretty good.
Not too bad.
Okay, so that's good. So we could also look at the strength. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna have you supinate. And let's go ahead and pronate. Good, and let's check it. So you're gonna hold it like that. Okay, let's see you. So, but here you're
Move
just
it.
gonna hold it like that,
I'll hold it like
and then you're gonna go like this.
Okay,
How's it feel when you pronate and supinate?
fine.
Okay, good. Okay, super. So pretty much did good on that.
So on that one, you as the person testing is just gently resisting.
Yeah,
the
I thought
action.
I'd just do both.
Gently resisting. So
And
doing
also-
pretty good so far.
it's also good to use something like this, and then you can see. Now, if they're not totally supinating, then your hand goes like this, you know, like
That's
okay,
an
so you can
example
see
of
it.
a not pass.
So you like here, I can't.
Or if there's a lot of resistance,
pronate,
right?
I can't pronate, you know, like that, yeah. So if they can't, but you can't see, but you're trying to get it to be even,
Yeah.
you know, like that. Okay. Okay, so that's good. We did pretty good with that.
Yeah.
The hand Interossei. Okay, so let's go ahead. Oh, the finger press. Okay.
Oh, what a
So
fun
let's go.
one.
So we're gonna go like this. So we're gonna take our fingers. We're gonna put them together, and we're gonna go like this and see if we can go and see how far we can. If we can, with not putting the palms together, we're gonna put all the fingers together. How does that feel?
The thumbs.
Can you pull the palms apart? But keep the fingers all together. Okay. Also,
Hard.
it's a little hard. Okay, so it's a little difficult.
Yeah.
Okay, and then here we're gonna just feel it. That's a little restricted. Yeah. Okay, so a little restricted. I can feel it. Okay, so they're a little restricted. Let's try on this side. Little restricted. Yeah. So she's a little restricted. Yeah. Okay, see if we can fix that. Okay. Okay. So let's see what you. So you're gonna put your fingers. So to spread them out, and then see if you can bring all your fingers together and your palms apart. Okay, how's that feel?
Well, this finger hurts.
Hurts when you're doing it? Okay, so that's
Right.
not a pass then. Okay, so you're trying to get your, okay, so it's a little hurts. Well, let's check them individually. So then, little tight, little tight, little tight, yeah. Little tight, okay. Yeah, I can feel them.
Yeah, that one
Resisting.
was
yeah.
hurt when I did that.
And it hurts too, okay.
This one did.
Okay, so both of you.
Both have some
it's not,
I was suspecting this.
Yes.
'Cause they're
yes.
sneaky little culprits that we
Interossei
forget
in
about.
my hands.
So we had a question about the previous test.
Yes, which one?
The pronation supination test.
Yeah.
Leslie wanted to know: is it essential to keep the arm
Yeah, usually
at
you keep
the
it.
side, and
yeah.
why?
Oh, it's just you have.
You're isolating.
You're just
the
isolating,
issue, right?
Yeah. Well, okay, we could do it. You know, we could have the arm in different positions and test, but then we're just trying to have.
But then you're seeing less how level it is, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
more, and then the rest of your arm gets to help you with the test, right?
Yes.
So it's kind of a way of
What if you can't
isolating how effective that one muscle
correct?
is,
So
right?
this muscle has to work by itself.
Yeah.
But if you're having
So you're
like,
even doing it a little bit.
like
yeah.
so like here like I'm saying like if you if you can't do it like that, then you know it needs a little bit more attention. Yeah.
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 Okay.
So okay, so all right.
Next
so
test.
I think
We had some work to do on the
we hit them all. We
Interossei.
hit them all.
Did we?
We did hit them.
We did.
Okay,
Now
so
we're gonna do this one?
no.
No, we're not doing that one.
Oh
tonight.
no, there was
Oh,
one
no.
more. There was
Oh,
the
oh,
pinky
sorry.
thumb one.
Oh, the pinky thumb
Oh, right,
one.
the pinky thumb.
Okay,
spread
let's do the
apart.
pinky thumb one.
Pinky thumb.
Okay, so let's hear. We're gonna put the hand neutral position first, and then we're gonna see the effort to pull the two fingers apart in neutral position, radial, and ulnar deviation, flexion, extension, pronation, and supination. Okay, so we're
This is an
so,
interesting one.
okay. So let's go ahead. So we're gonna put let's go ahead and we're gonna put the pinky and the thumb together. Okay.
Pinky and thumb.
Pinky and thumb.
Yeah. So we're gonna put the pinky and the thumb together. So, so we're gonna see if we can pull them apart. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll put it in neutral position first. Okay. So push them together. Okay. Now I'm gonna see if I can pull them apart. Ooh. Well, okay. Go ahead and do it again. So I was able to pull them apart pretty good. Okay. So now let's bend it. Flexion. Okay. I can pull them apart pretty good. Okay. Extension. Oh, more easier. Okay, deviation. So we're gonna radial deviate.
Oh.
Okay, and ulnar deviate. Okay, so I'm able to pull them apart pretty readily.
Yeah.
Let's try the other side. Okay. Well, this one feels a little stronger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can feel it immediately. It felt stronger. Okay. Okay, so just neutral. Okay, yeah, she's resisting. So I'm gonna pull them apart, and then you keep holding them together. So I'm pulling them a little bit, and now you pull them. Yeah, she can hold them pretty good.
You
That was
shall
a,
not pass.
okay, so in here. Yeah, okay, I see. And then there. Okay, and then deviate. And then deviate. Good. Okay, so
All
this
passes
this one here we got to fix, right?
Yeah. So that was testing for the Subclavius.
So we found some interesting for that's testing for the the
Subclavius, I think.
but
Yeah.
the little muscles in the hand, like this would be the
No?
the palm. This is the abductor digiti minimi, especially for this one. You know, this
Oh,
is-
okay. So what?
Mhm.
What's that? Oh,
Well,
it's a little mix up. Okay, got it.
well, someone
That's fine.
helps me.
No, so we're testing for abductor
Yeah,
digiti minimi
yeah,
and flexor digiti minimi.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so that's all their muscles, but that's the one we're testing for today.
Alright.
Okay, so we're gonna take a look at you. So we're gonna see how we do. So we're gonna pull and see how they do. So neutral position, they come apart pretty good. Okay, so flex it a little. We'll extend it a little bit, and it's a little
A
stronger.
little bit stronger.
And then we're gonna flex it and see how it is. Oh,
Nothing.
so those flexors, so our flexors that we're working on
Flexors.
today, the profundus and the
Big
superficialis.
fail.
Yeah. So we're gonna want to fix those. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna pull them apart over here. Okay. So again, we're having some trouble. Okay. So all of them. So for sure, just the extension was the better. Yeah. Okay. So let's try it on this side. So this is our pose. Oh, okay. So we're coming apart at neutral. So let's flex it and see what happens. Extend it. I mean, it's a little better. Okay. Flex it. Ooh, really weak. Oh, it shows the flexors are
My
really weak.
flexors don't like this.
Okay, so deviate a little bit. So deviate this way a little bit. Okay, and deviate that way. Okay, so we have a little trouble.
Flexors on that one. Okay,
That's
so
right.
Emily is right and I'm both.
Oh yeah. So here's the abductor digiti minimi. Okay. So for this, I'd like to just check the range of motion of it. So I could just check your range of motion of your little digiti minimi. So for the digiti minimi, I like it to come all the way over without moving this finger. I like it to come over to the index finger. Okay, so it doesn't want to go that way. Now also go this. So here, it doesn't want to go that way.
Extra digiti minimi.
Yeah, well, I love to
since
do
we
these
know-
tests. I love these tests.
Since we
Okay.
know digiti minimi is
So-
causing her trouble.
But also, I'd like to do this first Interossei, and I mean the abductor. So I'd like to do the opponent's palaces. I meant to say, and I like to get it behind the palm here and be able to hold it there. So, but today especially, we want to get this one for Interossei and for our digiti minimi. So we want to get these to move better. Let's try that one. So digiti minimi. Oh, it needs to move better. First Interossei. Ooh, this one's better.
that one.
This one's almost there. Okay. So let me see you. Okay. So we want to do for the Interossei, we want the first. Oh no, it doesn't want to go. So you want to get it to move here easily. Okay. The digiti minimi. Oh, it doesn't want to go there at all. It doesn't want to go over there. Okay, so this one here and this one is, so definitely they need a little attention.
A little attention.
And then this would be the opponent's palaces.
Uh-huh.
Okay, an abductor. Okay, so let's look on this one. Okay, so we want the baby to come all the way to here.
Sure.
We want this one to come all the way to there easily. Okay.
Sure.
And we want the thumb to come behind the palm. So what we're looking for is we want the thumb to come for the opponents. But we're not treating that one today. Okay. For the first Interossei, we want it to
Just
come.
extra credit for
Yes, it-
putting our hands.
Yes.
Really
Well,
thoroughly.
we got to have it, and we want this
Yeah,
finger.
we covered a bit of this in the last one.
Yeah, we did.
Right.
We want this to come
Policy
to
last
the
time.
to this finger here.
We are working with the digiti minimi a little bit, right?
Yeah, we
so
are.
that one's
Digiti
there.
minimi, yeah. So we
So
want
that's an example of what we're looking for.
Yes.
Someone
So-
had asked, what is this chart that you are using? This is basically a paper list version where you can add notes of the range of motion tests up there. So this is a list of all of the upper body range of motion tests that Sharon
We can.
has. I'm not sure if we have that on the website.
Well,
but
I thought
may.
we had it on the website.
We may.
Yeah.
You can check on the same Bodyworkers Mastercourse page.
We have a lot of different versions of this, and you could-
Pain.com.
and you could. And
So
you
she's
could.
noting all the tests we took and some noting some fail and pass and the things
Right.
that we're going to target when we go
Right.
into the treatment portion.
So everyone failed this one, okay?
Yeah.
And then they asked, right, we failed this one, we failed
Big
those
fail.
ones. Oh, we had failures on those. Okay. And the finger press one, we failed on that one. So we had a few failures here.
A few failures.
A few failures, so we'll have to
We're gonna
improve a little here.
get at them. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna do some treatment. So we're gonna take a look at the most likely one to cause the trouble, and that's gonna be our Flexor digitorum superficialis. Okay. So we'll take a look at that one first and see what we do. So we'll fix the treatment table up here for us, Let's
Let's
see
do
what.
it.
And open it to the superficialis. Number 1 would be the most likely.
All right. Revisiting this.
And here we are, right here,
Yeah.
right here.
There we are.
See where it attaches onto the elbow, onto the medial elbow, and down into the fingers. Okay, so we're going to take a look. So let's have, if I could have you go ahead and lay on your back here for a minute. Let's take a look at the one that was the worst. We don't need either any of those. Yep.
Leslie said showing patients the range of motion that the range of motion has increased is really encouraging to them.
Oh yes, that's
Yeah.
so true. It's a good point.
Yeah.
It's an excellent point.
Yeah, so you can make at least 30% progress, I believe you like to say, is what you go
Well,
for.
I like
if
to
not
say
full
if-
function. Yeah.
If we could go for completely full function, or at least 30% improvement.
It is
I would go.
encouraging, yeah.
That's very encouraging. Yes. And do you think that you could make us just a few hot water bottles? Yeah.
Yeah, we'd like to
That'd be
warm
fun.
up the
That'd be
area.
fun. Well, it'll be fun. Don't you think it'll be
So we're
fun?
going to be doing some treatment today?
Yes, we're going to take a look at.
I guess we'll do treatment and self-care.
Yeah, we will.
can have
We'll do them both.
we can have
So
one
Mhm.
being treated and one doing
I think we'll do that. I think it'll be fun.
that
if
was
we
so
do it that way.
helpful last time, yeah.
So we're going to treat a few of these muscles here, and we're going to just let's see if you take a look at it. Remember, this causes pretty bad finger pain. Okay, so we're going to look at it where it attaches right here, and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to just feel it with my middle knuckle right here, right where it attaches on the medial epicondyle. What do you think of that? She notices it. She notices that.
Pain, discomfort.
A little bit.
I'm just going to go just below, and then here's this little arch, and this arch can do a pretty good compression of the ulnar and median nerves. Okay, so this is a pretty important one. So, oh boy, we're on it. Now, what if
You
the
noticing
entrapment?
something?
What if the entrapment of the median nerve is here, but you have a carpal tunnel surgery right here? Okay, you could have. So this would be a reason for carpal tunnel surgery failure, because what you want to do is make sure that the nerve isn't compressed up here as well. Okay, so there's
So
more than one.
demonstrate that it isn't compressed.
So
up
this is
there.
where they would do the surgery. They would come between the thumb and the little finger here, and they would cut right through here in the surgery.
But that
Okay.
may not address if there's an issue further up the forearm.
Well, it doesn't
Yeah,
address it
I
at
see.
all. Not may.
Well, it certainly would not.
It
It's just
would not.
if there is an issue there, it would not correct it. Yeah.
So what I'd like you to do is you take your elbow and kind of roll from the outside and roll in, and press
Or your
right
treatment
on
tool. Yeah.
the extensor, on the flexor digitorum superficialis.
What's a nice self-care tool for this?
A nice tool for this. Oh, that guy.
We can have Camille demonstrate on the wall maybe
Oh
later.
yes,
Okay.
we can have her do that. Yeah.
Could be small ball.
Well, we could do a lot of different things. A lot of different things. But yes, a small ball. Oh, I'm going to show something really great.
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought of something super
Okay.
outstanding.
Okay.
Super outstanding.
What are you noticing?
It's kind of painful.
Yeah.
She's noticing it's a little on the painful side, right?
It is, yeah. It's making my hand go numb.
So we're working right on the muscle that makes the hand numb. Isn't
So
it amazing?
sometimes you'll get that numbness while you're
Mhm,
treating
mhm.
it. Yeah.
So since it gets, but this one could make this side numb, and it could make this part numb.
So it can
Two.
numb the whole hand.
It can press both, well, not every single spot, but this section and all this section, but
On the
not
front.
necessarily over here.
Yeah. Or on the palmar
Right.
or volar side. Yeah.
So sometimes if it's painful, you could use heat, and you could put it in a heat
Yeah.
sandwich,
Warm her up.
and
a
then
little.
then we could treat it through the heat sandwich. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. And Camille, if you could put your palm up like this, and if you could do a little self-care, if you could use your other elbow, and if you could come as close as you can, you could press right here.
Oh
first,
yeah.
And then you can come down through here. Okay, and then we're gonna go straight through
We know
here.
you
and
had
then
some
here.
issues with this one, right?
Okay, yeah.
So she's gonna try to use her elbow on herself there.
Yeah. So here we're gonna use the elbow here. What do you think of with the heat?
It feels a little bit better, but I can still feel it.
Okay, we're right on the most important spot that does the nerve compression.
So yeah, this has the advantage of, instead of using a heating pad, you can still feel her muscle tissue pretty well through this water bottle. Is that correct?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
So you could definitely warm them up beforehand with a heating
That's
pad.
right.
But then these are really useful during treatment.
Yeah. But yes, you can. Yeah, it could be definitely. So here, but I'm gonna let you put a sandwich over there. Okay. You try a sandwich over there. Okay, so then we're gonna come on down. Oh, and I'd like to just show the picture. So this is our nice picture that we have on the website here.
Revisit this.
And so here you're seeing, so what I'm doing right here is first, so this is for the superficialis and for the profundus. We're going to be getting all this area here. And we're going to be rolling from the outside in and rolling like that, like that.
Entire volar side of the
Right.
forearm.
The entire volar surface. That's correct.
Yeah.
So sometimes you could go like this and use all your knuckles and get a lot of the surface
Getting
at
the whole
once.
thing, yeah, and just going straight down.
So we can start with that. Maybe that's a nice way to get started as well. So we'll just cover the whole superficialis and the profundus there.
So what are some perpetuating factors? Let's
Would
talk a
be
little more about
typing.
that.
Typing,
Mousing.
mousing,
Mousing.
typing and mousing.
Modern life things, yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about the sleep position where you'd be sort of going like that.
Well, okay,
like
this
curved up to
muscle,
your
bends
chest.
at the elbow here.
Right.
Okay, so then if you bend at the elbow, you're going to really compress it. And then if you
And
go
if
like
make a
this
fist.
and like this, if you find that you're doing this while you're sleeping at night,
So that's one
then
thing.
you could be really creating.
So the fetal position while you're sleeping could potentially be a factor here. Playing an instrument, doing
Where
a repeated motion and,
like this.
and not doing treatment or range of motion exercises to
You have to maybe
make
do
sure you have
contradiction
full
to
function.
the flexing.
Yeah.
You might have to do extending or doing some special extending or other things.
If you're using a tool of some kind. Yeah.
So here we're going in and we're pressing on. I can find some hard tissue that are giving everything kind of a medium pressure.
And I think Stephanie had more trouble. Yeah, holding a baby. Leslie offered that one. Yes.
Oh,
Oh, holding a baby, yeah.
Leslie, do you have a baby?
She has had babies. Yeah.
She's taking care of them.
Yeah, and this is Stephanie's dominant arm / hand. So it makes sense she'd have more issue. Even I imagine like writing, potentially.
Handwriting. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, gripping
Like all the
and
things
handwriting.
you might do with your dominant hand could
Oh, yeah.
potentially
Gripping, handwriting.
cause a little more dysfunction.
Okay,
You're
so
noticing some pain there.
yeah, so
Yeah.
we're gonna use one of our tools, and you use one too. We're gonna make it slightly less painful. So we use some heat,
Yeah, let's
and now we're gonna use a little tool.
do that.
We're gonna treat
The buffer.
our flexors here.
Call this guy. What is the official name of this?
This is a Myo Buddy.
Myo Buddy.
Oh yeah, the Myo Buddy.
So here we're doing it on your other side. So here we can stretch the flexor. So here we're stretching. We can stretch the flexor.
So you like to use kind of the edge of it a little
Yes,
bit
I do. Yeah.
on an area like this particularly.
So you can stretch the flexor,
Stretching the flexor.
and you can.
It's in her ears.
Yes, it's too close.
Hold on to it by her ear.
It's not that close. Okay, and then here you come this way, and then you come into the whole palm. You can come like this, and you can come all the way into the hand.
Like someone said, what on earth? Cool. Yeah, that's pretty much everyone's reaction to the Myo Buddy. What on earth? Cool. Cool though. Yeah.
Like what?
It's pretty cool. We're buffing.
We're buffing.
We
So-
usually refer to it as a buffer, but it is called the Myo Buddy. It is designed for this.
So this is the low speed. How do you like that?
Fine.
Feels good? Let's do the medium speed. What do you think of that?
Kind of cool to see the water react to it.
Okay, so this is in the neutral.
So this is helpful to use at all sorts of different speeds. Could be a much lower speed than this for
You can
people
go
who
really low.
are having so much trouble that you're not really able to treat that much. She's doing okay, but she was having some trouble. Some people you can hardly treat the area, right? So you
Right.
might.
Well, you can start out even you could say sometimes older people
Yeah, that's right.
they or anybody might find it a little bit. So here we're going to go right to where it attaches onto the humerus right there, and then down this way like that.
Because it's kind of just a general pressure.
What do you think, Stephanie?
Good. Yeah.
Stephanie
It tends
likes
to
it.
feel good, right? A bit broader pressure, and the way that it kind of pulsates.
And then down, we'll go all the way
Kinda
down into
squeezing.
the hand.
It's a little more friendly, a little nicer.
Sometimes I like to put my hand with their hand like that.
And we had someone comment, looks like a therapist saver. Use the tool and save us from wear and tear.
Well, yes,
That's true.
but the truth is, I use it on myself a lot, you know, and it really helps me, you know. I
So
really
big-
get it
Yeah.
on the different parts, you know, and I really.
But
you know,
that again is like a nice tool that allows you to not have to use as much of your own effort,
put that down.
and requires
I'll just put it on the floor so it doesn't fall down.
just kind of requires like a little bit of leverage, right?
Yes.
So people were asking where to buy it. You buy it direct from Myo Buddy.
Yeah, Myo Buddy.
Myo Buddy.
We have some brochures from them in the front. We could bring one of their brochures later when you feel like it. We could show it off. Okay, and we'll look at after the break. We'll do it.
We'll find
Yeah,
out.
we'll show you the Myo
Okay,
Buddy
so here
brochure.
we're also going to go on the thumb side, and we're going to go roll over and press in like this. And we're going to go on the thumb
You're
side, and we're
coming
going to
from
roll.
outside rolling in. with the
Mhm.
elbow.
And we're going to roll in. So what do you think after we did the Myo Buddy? Did it seem less painful?
Yes, definitely. But right now, it's oh my gosh.
She still feels it.
A lot there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you're using a little bit of a localized elbow there.
Mhm,
too, so
mhm.
it's a little sharp.
Then we're going to come down to the finger so it's attaching. We're going to go, so here, what I'd like to do is pull the thumb and the baby finger apart. We're going to work right here, so here, that's this area here, if you could look at on my it's about right there, right there. So that's where we're going to go. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to press on it. So let me help you with it, Camille. Can I show you?
Sure.
So it's between here, so it's right there.
And we worked there last week.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I remember
So
that.
between here and here, there's some little the median nerve comes out through there. So we're gonna make this softer, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and make that softer.
So we have about 5 minutes before the
So we're gonna pull that apart. We're gonna go down to each finger. On the next finger.
Nice. It's nice positioning for getting at that.
And the next finger. So it attaches on the whole anterior surface here. And the baby one, oh yes.
The baby one needs to move.
The baby one needs attention. Okay, I can feel the tightness right there. Yeah. So we're gonna give it a good squeeze. So we'll have to do these squeezes here. Give it a good squeeze.
So what are you treating here? You're
The
treating
digiti,
the
minimi a little bit, but especially we're treating the
Treating
profundus and the superficialis. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the ends of the superficialis.
That's
that go
right,
all the
that's
way
right.
through to the fingers.
Mm-hmm. And they bend all the interphalangeals, and they bend the wrist,
Yeah.
and they also bend at the
So
elbow.
much, so
Mhm.
much.
All that bending. Yeah. Do a lot of bending. Yeah. And I can feel your extensors. We're not treating the extensors today, but I see the extensors. Give really
Notice.
some attention.
See them.
That's next time. One after that. Yeah. Okay. So let's
Shall
take a
we,
look.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're gonna have our little break.
Yeah, shall
okay.
we take a little
We're
break?
gonna take a little break, and we're gonna do the Interossei. Boy, we do this. I'm gonna do this.
Stay tuned for the
We're gonna
Interossei.
do the Interossei. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Okay. I'm gonna take a little break. Gonna leave you with our trusty whiteboard again. I'm gonna put a couple of updates on there for you. Alrighty. Wonder if it's as warm where all of you are as it is where we are right now.
They all get very immobile as well. So it's not just this, but yes, it's just if you just take it right angle, right, and take it apart.
Okay, so we'll be back at about 7:12, let's say. Okay. Okay. See you in a few. Hey everyone. Here's some info about MyoBuddy. Okay, everyone. We're about to get started. Hour 2, or part 2 at least, of the Bodyworkers Mastercourse. Welcome back. Hey!
Okay, so again, we're going to be just looking quickly at how to do self-care. So everybody, if you can get a little ball like this, it's so great. And even a littler ball like this, if we get even littler like this, is awfully good, and you can get right into
Pinky
the hand.
balls, you like to call them, right?
Little pinky balls, little teeny balls. Okay, so we're going to do that over here. So
Against the wall.
Stephanie, come here. You have this one. You got one. Okay. Okay. So the way I want us to do it is you're going to put the ball. So remember, Stephanie, we came all the way up to here, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so we're going to go all the way into the hand. So we're going to go. We're going to put the hand behind us, so like this, and then we're going to put the ball right here. Okay. So we're going to look for taut bands right there. Look for them right there. Look for them right there.
And so this is just another way of treating the Flexor digitorum superficialis.
The Flexor digitorum superficialis and profundus.
And profundus.
Mhm.
So this is a little self-care option for you on that
And
muscle.
you're using your whole weight, the weight of your body, right on your arm, and it's really getting at it good.
Yeah, this is another
What do you think?
example.
Stephanie agrees.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just using your weight. That is important, I think. Yeah.
Now, I'm going to come right here, right over the carpal tunnel between the little pinky side and the thumb side right there. And I'm going to get my tool right there, right on it, right in there. And I'm going to see if we can make that a little bit more flexible. And then we're going to come down into all the fingers. Do the whole palm like this. Get it right in our hands. This is
Gluteus
great.
maximus is a very helpful assistant.
It's a very helpful assistant. So
Self-treatment method.
You get right on it like this.
It wouldn't be acceptable to just do it front ways.
Isn't
You
it
need
great?
the assistance of the gluteus maximus.
Isn't it fantastic?
Yeah.
Okay. So then when you want to come down, and you can do the fingers too. So you can come this way. You can get your
See,
fingers
that
as
is
well.
helpful because you're getting your hand in a nice position to treat
Yeah,
those.
it's so great. It's so
Those-
great.
Yeah,
How-
those
can you
long
feel it,
parts of the
Stephanie?
flexor
Yes, I
digitorum
can.
superficialis and profundus.
Oh, it's so wonderful.
So you guys are having success over here, it sounds like.
Isn't it great? Okay, so we're gonna look at Camille's Interossei. Come on, Camille.
I'm gonna do it.
Let's do it.
We're gonna look at Camille's Interossei. Okay, give me your little ball. And while I'm doing Camille's Interossei, Stephanie, you could treat your Interossei. What do you think of that? Will that work?
Bring the
Acceptable.
table down so I don't have to jump off. Yay! So this one is
That's the
the
one.
worst one.
Okay, go ahead and lay down when you're ready. So the Interossei on the left was worse than on the right?
Yes.
Oh, this is too heavy. There's some nice, so we're gonna do we're gonna treat the palmar Interossei, and we're gonna treat also the dorsal Interossei here. So we're gonna treat the dorsals and the palmars, okay? And of course, they can entrap the digital nerves. Okay, and that's one reason they can be so painful. That's why when I was starting to treat them, they can be so painful.
So painful.
Oh, right. It can entrap the digital nerve. So we're going to do both. You see how they attach here onto the bone, so they could pull the bone and cause bone spurs to be pulled there. So so there we go. Okay, so we're going to.
So what
We're
would
gonna take a
cause
look.
that? Can you explain that a little more? So
What
if
would
they're,
cause trouble with?
if they're very short, it could create bone spurs. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. If the muscles are short, wherever they're pulling, and I had last time too, I had some great pictures. Maybe I'll find them before. But you know how the Interossei attach onto the like a retinaculum that helps to really bend in the interphalangeal joints. So these Interossei really help to bend the interphalangeal joints as well. So we're gonna really get that really bent like that.
So
We're doing that one. We're doing that one.
Do the main one.
Okay, so we're going to take a look at the Interossei. Move over to that side just a little bit. Yeah. I have a cute little chair I'm going to sit on. You got heat all over the place.
Well, this one is falling off on the side.
We got to fix it.
this is a handy chair if you are tall and need
Uh-huh.
to lower the table.
Yeah, so we're going to work on the Interossei. So one way we can do it, let's do the first Interossei here. So here's your first Interossei. Let's see if we can have a nice picture of them here. Right here, here's our first Interossei. We're going to treat that one first. Okay, so we're going to come right here. So here's the thumb. Here's the second finger actually. We're going to press on it and we're going to pull it across to the opposite side. So our goal is to be able to get this finger all the way to the baby finger side easily. Okay.
What do you think? Can you do it?
We're gonna try.
You're gonna try?
We're gonna try. We're gonna do the Interossei, and then we're gonna treat the spinal roots and see if it makes it even better after we do the spinal roots. We're gonna try that. Okay. We're gonna see.
We're gonna see.
We're gonna see. Then we're gonna go from where it attaches, and then where it attaches onto the proximal phalange right
We're
here.
gonna try the nerve root too.
How does that feel, Camille?
It's fine so far.
Not super painful. Interesting.
You'll hear me when I feel it.
So sometimes when you're treating yourself, you might want to use a cute little tool.
A cute little tool.
And sometimes when
A
you're
cute
treating
little-
your patients, you might want to use a cute little tool as well. So Stephanie, you
Oh
can
yeah, that's a good one for this.
take a look at the nice tool there. And of course,
Our
you can
index number.
so you can just review the referred pain pattern. Remember, these cause pain down the side of one finger. You know, so or if you have them all, they'll be the side of one finger, side of the other finger like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And the first one though causes pain across over into the little finger side.
So both.
Mm-hmm.
Both
So it
sides.
causes a lot of trouble and a little bit into the palm. So the first
And we know
one,
you had some pinky
causes-
trouble particularly, right?
Yes, pinky and this finger.
So you
both.
do have trouble in both of those areas.
Right.
so we're going to take a look at them. So we're going to go from the top down, and then we're going to go from the bottom up. Okay, so we're going to go from the dorsal side towards
Oh,
the
yeah.
palmar side. Take my there we go. So we're going to go in between. So let's go towards the index finger, towards the third finger, towards the second finger,
You're feeling it now.
towards
Oh,
the
I'm feeling it.
towards the second finger, towards the third finger, towards the second, towards the third. Okay, good. So let's do between these two. So let's start up here. So right where the metacarpals separate there. So we're going to press right there towards the third, towards the fourth,
Yeah,
towards
it's
the
useful
third,
to
towards
have
the
that
fourth.
technique of pressing side to side. Yeah.
towards the third, towards the fourth. And also, if you notice, I'm stretching it at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah.
You know, this one's not bad like the
No,
first one.
no, it wasn't, no. Then here, we're gonna get here, and we'll see. You can see it does stretch pretty good here, but we're gonna go here and look. I feel a few taut bands there. So we'll see how that feels, yeah. Found a couple,
It's tight.
feel it.
Mm.
Right here,
That
so we're
looks
stretching
like
it.
your brother tuned it.
Oh, great!
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Yeah, I feel that one.
Yeah, so here you're getting that myofascial pitting. I could sort of feel that before I started. I thought you'd have that. So here, so if you see, you'll notice it'll leave my print there, see? And that's because the tissue isn't coming back fast enough.
It's dysfunctional.
Okay, then we want to do the digiti minimi. So let's look at a little picture of that one.
Minimi.
Yeah, so that's not the most likely, but it's here it is. So here's the digiti minimi, and it attaches here onto the pisiform
digiti minimi.
and onto the proximal phalange there, and it causes pain in the little digiti, in the little the pinky.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go right there. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna find right there where it attaches onto the pisiform. We're gonna stretch it a little bit. So I've got it stretched a little bit while we're pressing on it. It doesn't hurt.
Not yet.
That's good.
This one, I feel that one.
So we're stretching it while we're pressing on it.
That one's okay.
And I just feel it's so important. I have to have my hands have to be in good shape. They have to pass all the range of motion tests. You just can't live without having your hands in good shape.
One cannot.
One cannot. Right?
Right.
I just feel it's so important. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see if we improved it a little bit. So it looks like it moves a little bit better that way. Okay, so let's also go from the flexor side, the palm side I meant to say, and also the flexor side. And we're going to press on this side. So this would be the also the little Interossei.
Another side of the Interossei.
So here we are. Here's
dorsal.
The dorsal. Here's the palmar side.
So we're
Here's
getting
the
at these palmar Interossei
side
now.
Palmar Interossei now. So here we are. So I'm going to spread it a little bit while I'm pressing in.
So far.
Good.
We'll see.
And we're going to press in, and we're going to spreading the fingers here.
I feel a little bit, not much.
It's so wonderful to have the owner's manual for your hand, so you know how to fix all the pain problems that could be causing your hand pain.
Yeah.
Yep.
That one's okay too.
That was fine.
So not so much trouble on this side so far.
That's where there isn't a palmar
There's
one.
only 2 fingers that are the problem.
Okay, right there.
So you're just pressing straight down, not
And then a
side
little
to
bit,
side?
yeah, I'm going side to side too.
So yes, a
A little bit side to side. So looking for taut spots and painful spots.
That one.
Right there.
Uh-huh.
Let's go down to where it attaches. Right there in the proximal. And then we'll check to see how we're doing. See, are we spreading our fingers a little better? Yeah, that's a little better. That's good. Let's see how our baby finger is doing. Oh, it's coming along.
A little better.
So how when should we stop treating it?
When we see some improvement, right?
When it passes the range of motion test. And it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Not just today, you mean in general.
Yes, in general.
Yeah,
Yes. That's how you do it. Yeah. So you want to make sure that it can really do its job. Okay,
Never.
Okay, so we're gonna let's take a look at the carpal tunnel here. Okay, so we're gonna look at this on you, and we're gonna go towards its attachment here. And towards its attachment right over here. And right through the center. Get a little closer.
That one I feel.
Get a little closer, yeah. Oh, good. See? So you want to get this way towards it?
Yeah.
Just
You're
like
doing a
that.
little bit of that.
Go straight through the
Angling of
center.
your next knob right there.
Straight through the center, and then angling towards the pinky side. So it attaches right there. So then we're doing a nice job on getting that to soften up. The flexor retinaculum, and now the median nerve that could go through this could give you numbness on half of the fourth finger, this finger, and that finger, and on the palm side. Okay, so it'll be maybe just a slightly different from the compression that's up here. Might not give you is exactly through the fourth finger, but it would give you almost the same. Okay, so then it feels like it's coming apart a little bit better. Yeah, that feels better. Let's see how so we still need to get this first one to come closer to the pinky. Okay, we're gonna see if we can do that. Okay. Okay, we're gonna see if we can get a little bit more. Okay, so now, but we were also gonna do another thing, And I'd like to see how the fingers bend. Okay, so what I want them to do, so these little interossei also they attach onto this onto this
That knuckle there.
yeah, it goes all the way around and helps to really bend the interphalangeal joints. So it's good to put it in the flex position and then feel that tissue, that fascia
attaches.
where the interossei rise attach.
Interesting. So you're not just really treating in between there. You want to make sure to get to the attachment.
Really good on the
And
the attachment goes
You're
around
noticing it more there.
oh,
the whole
yeah,
finger. It goes around the entire finger. Okay, so we want to get after. I did show us some pictures of it last week, but I'll have to throw some. I'll look around for the pictures again this week. Yeah. So we want this really, and you want to bend all different directions as well. So you want it to go this direction, okay, and you want it to go that direction, and this is how you get rid of all those little nodes. Because the little interossei attach right onto this sleeve that goes over to the finger, over the finger, and if it's tight, then it pulls and it starts to get little nodes all over the finger. Yeah. So this is how we're going to correct it. We're going to go in between the fingers, and then also we're going to go through and go over the whole finger and make the finger really bend. Okay,
It's
really
got a lot of
bend.
tenderness.
Yes, that's
And then here, so we're really going to make it bend. And then the baby one too. But I would like to see also, after we treat the Latissimus dorsi and the anterior serratus,
okay.
I want to see what effect it has on the hand. Okay,
Okay.
So let's check that too.
That'll be
Okay,
interesting.
so here so we're getting everything to bend better.
better.
Okay, so that's all
Yeah.
good. Okay, but next we're going to treat, guess what?
What?
We're going to treat the nerve roots, C5,
yes,
C6,
that's right.
C7, 8, and T1. Okay, and then we're going to check it again and see what we find. Okay,
Let's
So-
check it.
Okay.
so we're going to put this in my pocket. Okay, so
Check
I'm
those
just gonna-
nerve roots.
I'm going to change everything, so I just want to have you roll off the table. And then
How are you doing, Stephanie?
I don't
It's
think I-
moving. It's improving at least from
Good.
before.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
getting
getting there.
good. With the pinky.
Face down?
You had trouble with your pinky, right?
Yes, yeah. Trying to get this all the way over as well. So. It's still kind of stiff, but this side is
Working on
working.
it. Working on it.
We'll need them, yeah. Great. Okay, so we're going to take a look at her nerve roots.
Let's.
So we're going to look at, so we're going to go up to about here. We're going to look to see if we can get some of this. So the 5, it comes up. The 6, but as we start to get the 6 and 7, it starts to hold down tight, and also the T1. So all
doing
these
our
right here.
Skin rolling,
mhm.
and skin rolling will be a nice indicator of if there's any issues in that area.
So we're gonna
and
take a
areas
look here.
those refer to, right?
Mhm. And guess, so all the muscles we're looking at today, their nerve roots are up there. C, some of them C8, T1, some of them C5, C6, C7. So Latissimus
So
dorsi.
explain what you're treating here.
So
you're
we're treating right here. We're go
in
right next to
kinda
the
in
spine.
lamina groove.
We're in the little lamina groups. We're coming just to the side. We're coming right in there. We're pressing in. I'm using my middle knuckle to press with. So here my middle knuckle.
And you're trying to just soften the tissue in
That's
this
right.
area.
We're treating it. So the tissue is only about as big as my knuckle. Okay, so it's only that big, but you can see also. So it's giving you that myofascial pitting. So you know that that's not swelling. She doesn't have swelling. What she has is that pitting. That the skin isn't coming back, and the fascia and the muscles aren't coming back from underneath. So I'm pressing right in there towards the spine, and then away from the spine, right in there. Yep, right there.
So why is it essential to treat the nerve root as well?
Well, because it could be that's the heightened tone of this nerve root right here could cause the muscle to activate the trigger point, and it could cause it could be that really the reason why it never goes away. You keep treating it, but it doesn't go away. You Okay, I keep treating my hand. I keep shaking my hand. I keep doing something with my hand, but it never goes away. Could be that the nerve root is the culprit.
I got a question too. Can this work in this, I guess, in this particular episode, but maybe in general? Can any of this and any of the protocols around the hand and forearm do anything to lessen deformities due to arthritis?
It's so incredible.
Yeah.
I've had such incredible and great results of getting rid of arthritic growths in the hands. Super big arthritic growths we can, in many cases, get rid of. So it's I guess we just have to give it a try and decide how much work you want to put into it.
Sure.
But many people have had super big growths. So like where the right here where the bone starts to grow out, we've gotten it completely to go in, and all the nodes around the fingers all go away. So it's like
a great way of correcting arthritic deformities.
It's been incredible.
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah. So what we have to do is treat the muscles that attach here. Yeah, treat the muscles that attach here, and then treat that fascial sheath that's around and then get also everything and the Interossei, everything, and then really we have to have our hands working, and we don't want to have bone spurs.
No, that's a good question.
Yeah, it's good. So it's coming up, but it's not as much as I'd like, but it's improving there. So we'll do it.
So by treating this area, it's localized treatment for this area, but by noticing the heightened tone in these areas, the nerve root of all the areas that we're working on today, like, I guess explain a little bit more the relationship to that.
Okay, sure. Oh, sure.
So I think we do this a lot, but we don't always
well, of course we want to
explain that.
It all. Let's explain everything. Yeah. Okay, so here we're working on these areas. So here we're working on 5, 6, 7, 8, and T1. So here are the muscles. See this C6. So this right here, this a little tight, goes and causes trouble all the way down here to the first 2 fingers. See. So it causes heightened tone. So it activates all the muscles where C7 is. And so the thumb side, which is just a little, so is C6.
A lot of heightened tone in a certain area could activate muscles.
Could activate the trigger points. It could
because that's a nerve that
goes down there.
Yeah. Okay. So it's the root of a bunch of nerves around it that go down into the
So the little finger side is C8. The first 2 fingers here are C7. The thumb is C6. So those are those are all the ones that we're treating.
Which is the little finger?
The little finger would be C8.
C8.
C8. So it'd be like closer to like right here. Okay.
So we're trying to make sure that we pay attention to this area as well.
So we're just doing a little bit more right here.
So are we really treating
the little rotatories, little multifidus?
Multifidus, the rotatories, and fascia in this area.
And sometimes I go like in between the spinuses, so we get the interspinalis right there, right here. See my little finger, finger is a tool.
Yeah, you're using your other hand to press your finger in like a little index.
Oh, no, we're getting pretty good. Look, it's getting coming along. It's moving
less tone.
Less heightened tone here. Yeah. So what happens is when the nerve root that comes down this way gets heightened tone here, it causes heightened tone down the arm. So both places.
Continue to correct things lower down and continue to have issues because you haven't corrected the heightened tone.
That's right.
So you want to make sure to correct that as well.
So now we just want you to come up on your hands and knees for a minute. Then I'm going to move things around. And I just want to go have you lay down in your back one more time. Okay, go ahead and lay down in your back. So I just wanted to see what contribution that the cervical roots would have to your hand. Okay, so we're just checking it. Okay, we're going to just check it. Oh, it bends nice.
Yeah, and it doesn't
Bends
hurt
better.
as much.
It bends better. It's bending better. The baby's bending better. Okay, so it's bending a little better. Let's see how it does with the first Interossei. So the first Interossei is coming almost to the baby. The baby It's coming along.
Baby's
Okay,
doing
so
something.
it's coming along a little
Improvement.
bit. Okay, so let's do our supination. Let's do our pronation. So a little bit. I still feel a little bit of tension
Resistance on that
on the supination. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But the more we treat right there between the 5 and the T1,
Mm-hmm.
the more maybe your hand will be better.
Yes.
What do you think of that?
I think it's great.
Right? Right. That's good.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. Okay. Okay. Let's have you roll to one side and have you go ahead and sit up. So that's the things. It's just that if we treat along, it's been so many times when I've treated along the nerve roots, that you don't know what its contribution is, so you could just treat it and then you could see what it is. It get
Yeah.
10% improvement, or does it give us 20, or does it give us
Yeah.
complete
It was
improvement?
noticeable,
Yeah.
noticeable improvement.
Okay, well,
yeah.
let's have you go ahead and stand
You're
up.
working on your Interossei with the little ball there, Stephanie?
Yeah. So we're
Ah.
gonna stretch our Interossei. We're gonna spread them apart, squeeze them together. We're spread them apart, squeeze them together. Remember the Jetsons?
Yeah. Did the Jetsons do this?
Yeah, the Lady Jetsons. Okay, what's the mother's name in Jetsons? Anyway,
You'll have to tell me.
Daughter Judy. Jane, his wife. You guys didn't know his Jane, his wife.
she would do push button exercises. See, that's what we're doing push button exercises. See,
Right.
when we were little kids, she was doing push
And
button.
what was the robot's name? The maid.
Oh, I don't
know.
Okay, so then also we're gonna go a little fist, and then flex, and then fist, and then flex, and then fist. The flex, and I like to give it a nice flexion, supination, nice flexion, supination, pronation, supination. Good. Okay, so but remember,
Gentle range of motion exercise.
remember we want the baby to come to the first finger. We want the first finger to go to the baby, or finger 2 to go to the baby. We want the thumb to go behind the palm. We want us to be able to have a right angle flexion. We want to be able to have a right angle extension. We want to be able to deviate. So these are all important things that you want to be able to do. You got to be able to do
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And you want to be easy to get the fingers to come apart like that. Okay, so we had a couple more. Let's look at a couple more things that we wanted to do today. So let's look
Okay.
at our
Oh,
our
what you
poster.
said Latissimus and
Yes.
Serratus?
Serratus anterior.
Okay.
Yes, isn't it amazing?
Uh-huh.
She's amazed.
I remember those, yeah.
Okay, so here is our anterior serratus and our Latissimus dorsi. We're going to treat these, okay? And we're going to see what contributions they have to the hand, okay? So we'll check that out. And we'll Stephanie, let's take a look at you.
Which side did you have the lat trouble?
I think you had a little more trouble on the right side.
Right side.
Oh,
The right side. So when she came up like this side didn't go as close to her head, so there was a little bit, but it wasn't horrible. Wasn't horrible. So we could look at the anterior serratus. We didn't give a really good anterior serratus test, so we'll do that. Okay. So let's have you lay sideways, and then we'll do a little bit of that on you, and we'll do a nice anterior serratus test.
A nice one. Just a nice one.
Yeah, it gotta be nice. It's not nice. Okay, so let's have the right side up. And we'll put a little McKinsey cervical roll under her neck. Okay, so what
Look
do
how
you think?
happy and comfy.
She's happy enough. Okay, so here's our anterior serratus. So for this, you want to measure, so you know you're in really bad trouble if I took my necklace off. You see?
Oh, yeah, it got rolled back up.
oh yeah, you're
It's right there on the.
It's rolled back up.
Oh, that's
That'll
what
do.
happened to it. Okay, okay. So a lot of times people who have really bad hand dysfunction and finger pain will have their elbow way up like that. So like 12 inches. So how much is that? Yeah, that was 13. This is 15 inches. You'll see people like this. But so Stephanie though, she's about here, and that's good. But maybe we could be just a hair better. So that's 7 inches. Maybe we get down a couple inches. Okay. Maybe
Yeah, we
to
made
5
a little
inches.
progress last week.
Oh yes, we did. So, do you think you like this side treated or the other side?
I think I'd like the other side.
I think so too. I think you
Yeah.
wanted the other side treated. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll treat the other side. Okay. We'll do
Although I
just.
could feel this too.
I think the other side's bothering her more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Mm,
We'll take a look. So here I've got the arm back. I'm holding onto the hand, and there's I'm going to show you a picture of all the muscle. It's got 9 parts to it. Okay, 9 parts. Remember, it causes finger pain. So let's take a look at the finger pain for this one. And we're going to look at it right here. So let's see.
We're looking for Latissimus dorsi?
Well, this is the Latissimus dorsi. So we're going to treat that one. You can see that one causes finger pain. And we're going to take a look at the anterior serratus. I got it in the right spot now.
You got it.
Okay, so it's got 9 parts here. Look at all these. So
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then here's all the muscles, and then here's the pain that goes down into the fingers. Crazy, right? So we're going to be treating both of them, but we're going to treat it on the other side, since she wants the other side treated.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, let's go ahead and look at the other side. Get your shoulder in the crevice, get up there, get your neck on there, good. And again, we're going to measure it. So let's get the shoulder back. Okay, so we're going to measure it. You can see it's a little stiff, and so this side's stiffer, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. This one's stiffer.
Oh,
So we're going to see the difference. Okay, so we're going to measure here, and that's 10.5 inches. Okay, so let's see if we can improve it. Okay, and we're going to look at the lat after we do the anterior serratus. So here, remember it's got all these little parts. So it attaches onto 9 ribs. So here we go, all these little parts, and then way up here. Okay, let's start a little bit lower. I'm using kind of the broad pressure. So we're looking for taut bands. So we're looking for taut bands and painful spots, because the painful spots in the taut bands will have those sensitizing chemicals in it.
she's feeling
Substance P, right?
Yeah.
Stephanie? Substance P gets sticks in there?
Yes.
You got a little substance P.
it. Substance P.
Sensitizing chemicals. We're pushing them right out.
Camille's pushing him out on the wall over there.
Camille's figuring it out over there. So we could save a lot of money on carpal tunnel surgeries
We could.
by doing these things that we showed last week and this week.
Yeah.
So that we could do some really good savings.
Just try it first, you know?
We could try it
Give
first.
it a try first.
And I think sometimes our surgeries could be as much as 20,000-30,000 for each wrist. So given that, we could save a lot of money on our healthcare costs.
We had someone ask, what was the goal of the range of motion test? Which range of motion test?
All of them, the goal is to pass those tests. So what you want to do is you want to be able to pass the test. So here,
Well,
Remember
the
here?
goal of them is to isolate. You're trying to figure out, is this problem due to this muscle?
so if we
I
find,
think that's
so if she
probably the
doesn't
one.
pass this test, then you know this muscle and this muscle needs to be treated.
So demonstrate that again.
So she was here about 10 inches. Now she improved just a little bit. So she improved that range of
And
motion of these
the
9.
goal you're looking for, though, is that it's further down.
Yeah, even further down.
So I think maybe we didn't clarify that. Yeah, so that she's more
You
like...
want to get it down to like 5 inches.
You want to get it down to close to the middle of their back,
That's
right?
correct.
Yeah. So in her case, that would probably be about 5 inches.
So this, in
That
addition
was a
to
good
that,
question.
is you want to do the pec and also the coracobrachialis and the anterior deltoid to get it further and further down. Oh, it went right down when I did that. So they
And she noticed that one.
Hey, it went
Yep.
right away. Went right down. Woo! Now it's passing.
Wow.
Okay, so also we'll look at the subclavius. So this is right here. We're going to look at it. So here's our collarbone, right?
We'll give it a look.
Okay.
See.
And then here's our, so it attaches right here on the first rib. So we have the collarbone right there on the first rib. So we're going to go ahead and press right on that, right there. Oh, now our elbow's going further back.
It's just
Okay.
flying. It's flying down there.
So we're going towards the collarbone there. So it attaches kind of right there, right in there. And I got one finger
Subclavius.
helping my other finger, or 2 fingers could help that
You're
finger.
coming from underneath the collarbone, going towards it.
That's right. That's right. Oh, look at-
Small subclavius. Yeah, let's look at it.
Let's look at it again. Okay, let's. Oh,
See if I
I
can
think it's
find
in my pocket.
Here's the pain pattern,
Okay.
For the
got the pain
subclavius.
pattern there. Great.
going all the way into that volar and the opposite side of the hand, on the thumb, the first and second finger side. Yeah, and there's a subclavius.
And
Different
here's
version of subclavius over here.
That's the other one. So here it's attaching onto the collarbone, and then onto the first rib. Yeah. So it usually attaches about right there on the first rib. So here we're going to. Oh man, now she's really coming right down.
We're making a lot of progress.
A lot
here.
of progress here. A lot of progress. Great. So next we're going to look at the lat. Okay. So Latissimus dorsi. So here we're going to take a look at that. So we're going to stretch it.
This is important positioning to get at the lat.
So important. It's
So you pushed her leg back.
Yes, I did.
The top leg for the side that you're treating.
Yes,
and
I
push
did.
her other
I
leg
did.
forward to kind of balance her out.
So here's the
And then
Latissimus
pulling her
dorsi.
arm the opposite way across her
So it
head.
attaches onto the bicipital
front.
groove. So it's going to go right there. And then
Yeah.
also attaches onto the sacrum, onto the ilium, and onto the spine all the way up to about T7. So we're going to, but the trigger points tend to be about right here, you know, in this part of it right here.
In which part? Could you show
The
it again?
right here on the picture, like right through the
I
center
was
here,
hoping
and then
you would
right through
show
here.
on- Okay, yeah.
Right here. This is where the trigger points
in
are.
Center there. Okay.
So I can feel it right here. I can feel the tightness. So I'm going to hold the hip down because see that
Yeah.
holds down one end.
Yeah.
And she's got the arm up here, so she's anchoring the arm there. So I'm right on it here. I can feel it, and I'm pulling it backwards, and I'm feeling the taut bands right there.
Yeah.
This causes front of the shoulder pain. Isn't that crazy?
Hmm.
And then down, down, down. And the part that's most interesting is it causes trouble all the way into our fingers. Aren't you like incredible?
Oh my god.
Yeah, all the way into our fingers. What do you think of that?
Wow. Amazing.
Causes trouble all the way into our fingers. It could cause heightened tone.
And then this is our pain pattern if we want to revisit that a little bit.
So we're
could see
treating it
he's
while we're stretching
demonstrating.
it.
Where most of the trigger points are. Yeah. Yep. That's a good one. They're saying, release me!
Please release me, let me go.
And then you sing to the trigger points.
I don't want you anymore.
We don't want you. Trigger points. And you're feeling some tenderness there, right, Stephanie?
Yeah.
So I can feel the taut bands, and I'm pulling them there, kind of like a guitar string. So I'm grabbing them and pulling them,
It's a weird way to
like
play
I'm
guitar.
bending the guitar strings.
Sharon's always playing the guitar, even on people.
Yeah.
So this muscle could bring the hip up. It could anteriorly rotate the hip. It could bring it could rotate the arm back. So it does a lot of it extends the arm back.
It could bring one shoulder a little bit lower than the other.
It makes
or
one
make
shoulder.
high-
Yes,
yeah.
that's
And
right.
She
It could
did
make
have
the
a
sh-
little issue with that.
It
I
could
believe, last
elevate
week.
the pelvis or bring the shoulder down or
We
both.
didn't do that test, but we could.
We could do
later.
yeah. We could do so. It could bring the hip up and the shoulder down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure can. Yeah, it really could do that. Isn't it amazing?
All that it could do and does do.
And let's take a look at let's look at it as it's attaching. And let's feel it work a little bit. Can you push your arm back at me? And a little bit further back here. Let's feel it doing its job. Let's feel you bring your hip up and hip down and hip up. Hip down, hip up. Good. Okay, so here we can feel we've got the lat, so I'm going to grab a little bit of the lat.
She's noticing that.
Right here. Oh, but wait a minute. Didn't you have shingles on this side? Oh,
Someone just said
Ah!
trigger points on this side made me feel like I had shingles, and 30 seconds with my chiropractor
Oh.
on that area made it go away.
That's right. So I remember she had.
That's
So that's
funny.
one reason
You
she
just
had
said that.
trouble on this side.
Yes.
she's had trouble is because this side she had shingles, okay, in the past. So we can get rid of, this is post-shingles syndrome, and we're getting rid of it. Post-shingles syndrome. And so then for that we would go in between all the ribs and everything here as well. But at least we got the lat that's working a little better. Here's it's moving.
Yep.
Okay, next we're gonna go and check your hand and see if it's a little better than it was before. Okay.
Let's check it.
Okay. Woo! That's a pretty good. Wowie! Super great. Okay. So that's what. So the interossei that affect the bending, it's doing really great, right? Let's do the
Such
whoa!
interossei.
Look at this. You're moving nice. Okay, so we're moving. Okay, let's look at your first. Woo! It's passing. Okay. This was the better side, though.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And you're right.
On
okay.
the hand. Yeah.
On the hand. Yes, you're right. Yeah. So it's super great.
It is great. It is nonetheless great.
Okay. All right. Let's try it on the other side. Okay. Turn around the other side.
Back to the other side.
Oh, back to the other side. Okay. So let's take a look on this side. So just before we start, we're going to look at this side.
So the
So
Latissimus dorsi can restrict movement in that area.
Well, it could cause satellite activation. So because it
I see.
refers down here to the
So it
to
could
the
activate the
Mhm.
interossei.
So it could activate the interossei down here, and then so
And thereby cause issues with that
That's right.
particular range of
Right,
motion.
correct. So it could activate the so you get a satellite activation here from the
I'm
interossei.
very
from the
excited
anterior.
about learning this.
Yes. So isn't it important to know?
It is, yeah. You
It's
would
like-
never think to
Who
treat
would ever
these
think that
areas.
we'd have to treat our Latissimus dorsi to make our hands work better?
Satellite activation.
We can have satellite activation. Isn't that
Referred
amazing?
pain.
There's so many interesting things
Yeah.
to learn.
Making some oof faces there.
So we have to have the owner's manual for our neck, shoulder, hand, and arm.
This
It's
is it right
important. We got to have it.
here. All the protocols.
It's all here. And you could watch it later, most likely on
Yeah.
Periscope.
No, that's true. Yeah, yeah. We keep them uploaded on Periscope. That's true, and we do upload them onto YouTube as well at the National Self-Care Alliance page.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So here I'm on the anterior serratuses, those 9 little anterior serratuses.
Hmm.
They all remember that also causes palmar finger pain.
Palmar pain referral.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or what's another word for palmar?
Volar.
It is volar. Volar.
How you doing over there, Camille?
I'm doing good.
What are you working on?
She looks
working
like
on those
she's
nerve roots
she
again.
She's working. She's found
Nice.
a good way to work on the nerve roots.
You got a ball on the
Isn't
wall.
it great?
Yes,
Isn't that a great
all
way?
on the wall.
Isn't that a great way to work on the nerve roots? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna see. Oh, so we're passing the test pretty good.
Ooh.
Now let's see how we do with bending our fingers. Whoa, whoa, whoa! She's bending her fingers. That's good bending. Okay, let's look at. We're doing this. So look at the first interossei. Oh, the first interossei needs to get a little bit better yet.
Ow.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's tender.
can we live with this dysfunction?
No.
No! We can't live with this dysfunction. So sometimes
Still
if you
needs a little work.
if you
But it's
invite
doing
me
better.
out to dinner with you, I might fix your fingers while I'm having dinner with you.
Likes to put that out there. Wanting people to take her out to dinner, I guess.
Let's
Guess
go
what?
to dinner.
My dentist and my dental hygienist,
Yeah.
they invited me for lunch, and and I'm going to show them how to fix their interossei.
I don't know what they're in for.
They did. They're inviting me for lunch.
Do they
Thursday.
know what they're getting with
Well,
lunch?
Well,
What they ordered?
Finger sandwiches.
Finger sandwiches. Yes, yes.
Interossei pain elimination.
So I might Periscope it. It'd be woman versus pain. It was one of my first. Yeah. I might do it. Okay, so here, this baby ought to come a little bit more that way. And I'd say you just don't stop till you fix these babies. You're gonna fix those little babies there. Now you see, so here, what if we had some bone growing right there? So you know, a lot of times that thin skin that's over the bone, what it does is it's if it's not soft and flexible, it pulls right where it attaches onto the bone. And what you want to do is you want to feel that little periosteum around the bone, and you can just go like this and you work with it. You can feel the periosteum right there. See, you feel that little periosteum, and then you're going to go right on where it attaches, and you're softening up the attachment. And then pretty soon, and you're going to really make that fascia soft. That's around the little skin that's around the bone.
Stephanie's really.
Are you laughing or?
Sure, she's no, this is not that painful. Okay, so.
Oh, it's the
Yeah,
pain
she's making
laughter. Okay.
Okay, so but this is
looking at her. That's why she's laughing.
but the thing is look at how that baby finger moves now. See, so that you want it to really move, and you don't want it to grow. If any of you are having the knuckles growing, this is what you want to do. This is so important. You guys really have to know this. You can change this. This is not something you have to live with. But how do you know if you have this trouble? Okay, so you have to sort of feel, see, I can feel the fascia right there. It's over the bone, and I can feel this, it's either working or not working, and I can feel right there, it's not working.
Attachments, right?
Yeah, well, actually, no. This is all the muscles attach onto the periosteum, but this is the thin skin that's around the bone, underneath all the muscles. Okay. So yeah, so but I'm feeling, see, you're feeling this fascia that's around the bone, and see, now it's working better now. You feel it now? Yeah. And then you want to get at this whole thing, and you want the fingers to really bend. You know, so you're going to get really, so one thing we can do is squeeze them. So we can go ahead, so
Camille's
squeeze them.
It over here too.
I'm feeling
So
it.
doing it on herself. Yeah.
So you can squeeze them side to side like this. And remember, we learned this in the Bonnie Prudence School, right, Leslie? And then from top to bottom, like this. And then at diagonal, like this. We're going to do like this, diagonal, and diagonal. So this is this.
I think that's our last thing for the night.
Isn't it
Is there
great?
anything else we needed to do?
No, I think we did hit it all.
We hit it.
We hit it all.
We hit it all.
We even got the little periosteum around the bone.
Oh my god.
And the bone growth.
My god.
Isn't
We
it
did.
wonderful? Okay, so
Well, I
let's
hope
have
you
go
guys had some
sit up,
success out
put your
there.
feet over the side.
While we get ready, I just want to remind you guys we'll be back next week, and we'll have a few more classes. Our last one will be March 21st for this series, and we'll have classes every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Through then. And that'll be continuing in the hand and arm pain program. And if you are a practitioner and you want CEUs for this, don't forget you have to email us at info@myopain.com. You have to have watched the whole thing, and we'll know because you're going to send us your Periscope handle, your name, your license number, the name of the class you watched, and then your contact information so that we can send you those credits.
You said the license number.
Their license number is one of the things we need, and I'll put up, after we're finished here, I'll put up a little reminder note about that. I'll give you the whiteboard one more time. And
Pain-free song, copyright 2017.
Okay, shoulders up. Shoulders down. Shoulders forward.
Sharon and Maria from pain-free.
Down. And forward.
Want
And back. Other side. Up.
remain
Down.
free.
Forward.
We will assess and
Together.
see. Then come
Take your right hand
come to Water Tower to meet Sharon Sauer. Use the body support system for side lying position and hydraulic lift table. If you are not able to jump when a trigger point is there, we'll teach you how to do self-care. This will keep you at your peak.
Double time.
See you back
Digiti minimi.
again next week.
Other digiti minimi.
You're not done? Okay. Well,
Okay.
farewell. We'll see
Elbow
you
pain
again.
next week.
That's right.
Tennis
Oh, God.
elbow for all you golfers.
Oh, we'll be back. Okay. I'm going to show you guys my whiteboard one more time. Reiterating the details on how to get those credits.
Oh dear. I have. Could you Zach, he's supposed to be here. We should go and he's gonna come.
Okay.
He's supposed to come right now.
So,
Treatment, he's gotta really-
here's those details. I'll leave that up for just a moment for you guys. Just so you guys know exactly what to do to get those two CEUs. Email info@myopane.com with your Periscope handle name, contact info, license number, and the class title. And you just need to have watched the whole class. If you didn't do it this time, don't worry. There's a few more opportunities. All right, everyone. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you again next week, Tuesday at 6 p.m.